Now, to the South African watching this who also doesn't want to see a dip in tourism or jobs, you gave us a statistic that the tourism industry accounts for food on the table for, what was it, 1 in 3 South Africans?
1 in 7 South Africans.
1 in 7
Yeah.
South Africans. That's a huge number.
Yeah.
What should we be doing? Should we be lobbying our local representatives? Should we be taking this up to Parliament, to Minister Gigaba himself? What should we be doing?
Well, to me, the way out is that the President has renounced a review. I think that we should have the review. I mean, I think it may be churlish at this thing just to simply toss these aside, but let's put them on ice. Let's have a review by an independent body that can weigh these up. And this is quite frankly the job of Cabinet. If one particular ministry, let's say for example the Ministry of Environment wants to introduce very heavy-handed legislation that's going to impact on the mining industry and is going to sort of result in job losses. That's Cabinet's role, is to weigh the two up, to call for an economic impact assessment study, and then to weigh up the pros and cons. We've not seen that. So, I would like Cabinet to do its job. I don't think that individual ministers acting in a rogue way that Minister Gigaba and his team have done is the way to go. I think they need to be called to account. I think that we've already seen massive losses. I mean, the biometrics have actually, and that's quite oxymoronic, I might add. They announced these a year ago, and the spectre of these things coming in has killed the market. It's done in a heavy-handed way. We've been pulled out of brochures. We're 70 to 90% down out of China, 30 to 40% down in leisure out of India. But here's the kicker. We were told this was being introduced because we were facing this massive terror threat. When we questioned it, we can't tell you what it is. It's just so massive. It's so dark and bad. And then they've had a year and they haven't put a single machine in. So we've got the double whammy of losing the market and we're no safer. What we're saying is it's far more cost effective to do the biometrics on arrival. There's international best practice on the continent. Kenya, Tanzania, Senegal. Abu Dhabi does it. I've just been there on the inaugural SAA plane. That's the way to have a look at things. But let's have a look at these, because it's more cost effective to do it here. There are less points than to try and set up 10 satellite stations in China that are still going to require people to travel vast distances, and a similar situation in India. And bear in mind, there are a whole lot of other countries where we don't even have a consulate presence. So in Colombia and South America, if you live in Bogota, we're asking you to go on the Venezuela visa holiday, to go to Caracas, to fly to another country, simply to get a visa to come to South Africa. And you can imagine how many people are going to be stampeding to do that.
At the end of the day, it really seems like our government is just not making it worth people's while to visit our country.
Well, I just think that there's a level of bloody-mindedness and sort of ego and sort of lack of basic sanity that's crept in here. And what we're asking once again is for Cabinet to do its job. I think that there should be a proper discussion around this. I think there's enough evidence on the table. We've already seen the forward bookings. I mean, if this goes on, our national carrier that's under severe financial constraints, but it's got a great team involved, and they're trying to turn the airline around, that's going to be blown out of the water. At a variety of levels, the PR damage that this is going to do to our country, the message this sends to both not only foreign but domestic investment, that government will simply legislate without any consultation. It's an appalling one. This is not what we need at this particular juncture. So we're asking for leadership, we're asking for a level of sanity to prevail, and let's put the facts on the table, and let's have a proper discussion about what's in the best interests of the children of the country and our security, but at the same time, let's balance that with the really, really lucrative growth that we get out of tourism.